Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Kunal Vijay, your ACCM mentor. Today we are discussing part second of our third chapter, Managing Inventory. Till now, we have discussed purchase cost, ordering cost, and holding cost. Now we are going to the next topic, that is buffer inventory. So, buffer inventory is the minimum amount of inventory in an organization should hold in stock to deal with an unexpected rise in the demand for its products. Hence, it is sometimes called safety stock or safety inventory. So, whenever we say buffer inventory, it is also known as safety stock. Safety stock is the minimum stock which is held in the organization for all the time to face the unexpected demand or any kind of emergency situation in the industry. So that is why it is being kept for every time. Next one is just in time. Just in time is holding inventory incurs expenses. It must be stored, financed, secured, and kept in good condition. Just in time is a new concept to minimize the holding cost. So in the holding cost, we always a cost which is incurred to store the raw material. Just in time is just opposite to that. Whenever we require any material, we just order it and it get supplied to our organization. So it is just in time concept. It says that ordering just in time only when production is ready to use the material. It minimize the inventory holding cost. Why? Because we are not holding any kind of inventory. We are ordering the inventory whenever its requirement is there. So, what are the benefits? Production should only make as many units as can be sold. So, they are just making the units when the order is received. There will be no inventory of raw material or finished good because we are ordering goods whenever it is required by the in the organization. So there will be no inventory and no raw material is there. Smaller, more frequent deliveries are required at short notice. A few dedicated suppliers deliver defect-free components just in time when the parts are demanded for the production line. So there are fixed suppliers who are supplying goods to the organization, and obviously small units are being ordered. However, this increases the risk of stock out where no inventory is available for production or sale. So, the disadvantage of just in time is that when you order goods and goods are not available in the market, then you are unproductive for some days or for some time. That is why stock out risk is always there. To mitigate this risk, companies build robust integrated relationships with their suppliers or diversify their sources of supply. So there are reliable suppliers available in the market, or the organization diversify their suppliers so that always there will be an availability of raw material. Coming to the next topic, that is managing inventory cost. Now, managing the different inventory costs is the balancing act as they depend on each other. Now, balancing inventory cost means minimizing the cost. So, first of all, there is order size, which is to be maintained. That how much quantity should we order? If we will order all the quantity which are being required in the entire year, then there will be more requirement of warehouse expenses, and carrying cost will be higher. Carrying cost means holding cost will be higher because we will have to keep a big warehouse, rent charges will be there, insurance charges will be there, and carrying the entire inventory throughout the year will be a challenge because theft would be there, obsolescence will be there. So, order size should be not so small and not so big. For example, it is often cheaper for organization to buy material in bulk. So, it is obviously cheaper when you buy material in bulk quantity, but there are the consequences that, however, this can make. holding costs more expensive as there are many more goods to store and they could become damaged or obsolete over time. This is picture which depicts the order size issue. Like if you are higher holding cost from heavy large amount of inventory, if you are having large amount of inventory in your warehouse, then holding cost would be higher. And if you are ordering small size goods in the warehouse or in the organization, then your ordering cost will be higher because your number of orders will get increased. So we can also check it with an example. Like suppose if a company is in requirement of 5,000 units in the entire year, and if it is ordering only 100 units, if it is ordering 100 units and per order cost is $10, then it will have to order 50 times. 100 units per order, 5,000 units are required. So 50 times it will order. So 50 times multiply by 10. So it is $500 is the cost. Whereas carrying cost would be lesser because it will have to keep only 100 units. Like it will be, suppose if it is 10%, then average inventory would be 100 divided by 2 multiply by 1. So it would be $50 only. Means ordering cost will become higher, 500, whereas carrying cost will be lesser, that is $50. On the opposite side, if it is ordering 5,000 units in a single order, then ordering cost would be only $10 because we are ordering goods only for one time. So there will be one order. And carrying cost. Carrying cost would be 5,000 units we are ordering. Average inventory we are maintaining 2,500 multiply by 1. So it would be $2,500. So you can easily check that if we are ordering lesser quantity, then ordering cost is higher, whereas carrying cost is lesser. Carrying cost means holding cost. But if we are ordering higher quantity, then ordering cost is lesser, carrying cost or holding cost is higher. That is $2,500. So there is a process that if we are ordering large quantity, then holding cost is higher. And if we are ordering lesser quantity, then ordering cost is higher. Another cost is stock out cost. Another problem is the potential cost of running out of material. If an organization holds too much inventory, it will have higher holding costs than it needs to. One on the other hand, it maintains too little inventory, there is a risk of running out known as a stock out. So there are two types of risks. If we are ordering higher amount of raw material or inventory, then there will be higher holding cost. But if we are ordering lesser quantity, then there would be a risk of stock out cost. Stock out costs include loss of sales during stock out period, loss of reputation, customer switching, cost of production stoppage because machinery and workers and rent is there, extra ordering costs for urgent orders. So if we are demanding order raw material on emergency basis, then there would be additional costs charged by the supplier. Now, the thing is balancing inventory costs. So the thing is when we are ordering lesser quantity, if quantity is lesser, then carrying cost is lesser, but ordering cost would be higher. If we are ordering higher quantity, then ordering cost is lesser, but holding cost will become higher. Now, what we should do? We will have to balance holding cost and ordering cost with each other. So it is written as balancing inventory cost. Balancing inventory cost is part of inventory control. Holding the right amount of inventory, valuing inventory issued and remaining, ordering goods and receiving and storing goods. So these are the part of balancing inventory cost.